Hello and welcome to another video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about Max Payne 3 and if this game is still worth playing in 2022. This is the second episode of a series I created on my channel called Revisiting Old Games, where I discuss old or forgotten games. A few days ago, I did a revisit of Max Payne 2, which I said that was one of the best action games I've ever played. But if we're talking about action games, I think Max Payne 3 takes the word action to a whole new level. Like, the action in this game is insane. Damn! And I'm going to say this, Max Payne franchise is one of the most underrated franchises I've ever seen. Like, this game is criminally underrated. I'm wondering why this game did not get the recognition that it deserves. Seriously. Well, obviously they changed the gameplay and mechanics in Max Payne 3. I'm going to talk about it later in the video. So Max Payne 3 was released in 2012. That means it is not as recent as some games, you know. And the graphics looks kind of dated, but I still think it's an amazing game. Like, this game is still a good game to play in 2022. So let us look at some of the ratings that the game got when it was released. Was the game a good game when it came out and eventually the game turned to shite, or was the game a bad game when it came out with terrible reviews and eventually the game improved? So let us look at some of the ratings. Metacritic gave it 87%. On Steam, this game has very positive ratings. IGN gave it 9 over 10. GameSpot gave it 9 over 10. Google users 96%, which is very impressive for this game. And I don't think I've heard any news about Max Payne 4, because I've been looking for news about Max Payne 4 and I can't find any. And this game is just action, and more action. Like, I don't know how much to stress the amount of action is in this game. Like, this game is crazy, man. I'm going to talk a little bit about the story, but I'm not going to spoil the main story. I'm just going to talk around it. I like how they concluded this game franchise. He finally became a real hero and not some drunk old retired has-been cop that has refused to move on. So the story of Max Payne 3 is better than part 2. And like I said, I will not spoil the story for those who have not played it yet, which I strongly recommend you go and play this game. So some of the things I want to talk about. Let us talk about gameplay. Gameplay is different from Max Payne 2. In Max Payne 2, you don't really need to take cover. You just do jump and shoot, jump and shoot. But in Max Payne 3, cover is your best friend. You have to take cover. You always have to hide behind cover. If not, your enemies will fuck you up. This game is basically hide, aim and shoot. Hide, aim and shoot. The game wants you to take cover, but if you take cover too long and you're not shooting, or if you take cover too long and you don't kill the enemies on time, they will start sprinting towards you. And you have to kill them while they are sprinting towards you. Or you have to melee them, you know, do close range combat or stuff like that. I played the game with both game controller and keyboard. And I think playing the game with game controller is more convenient because of the aim assist. If you are looking for aim assist, the controller will give you more aim assist. But if you want free aim, you know, you want to move the mouse yourself and aim by yourself, manual aim, then I think keyboard is the way to go. You know, the game gives you the choice of soft lock, hard lock, or free aim. That is if you're using game controller. The type of aim assist you use is going to affect your trophy or your achievement, so bear that in mind. If you want to be a pro, if you want to be a badass, turn off all the aim assist and just go in gun blazing. Weapon selection is good. You have the option to find golden parts of every weapon you have. Well, I'm going to be honest, I've not found the gold parts of all the weapons. Maybe I'm going to try and find the rest, but I've not really found the golden parts of all the weapons. And I don't know what they do if you find the whole parts of the weapons. Max Payne 3 is not an open world game. This is a linear game. It just follows the story. There's no side quest, no side mission, no quick travel, no map exploration and all that open world thing. This is just a linear game that focuses on the story of Max Payne. So now let us talk about the combat. The combat, like I said earlier, is hide, aim and shoot. You need to hide, you need to take cover. If you don't take cover, your enemies will fuck you up. So you need to hide. Which brings me to the issue of painkillers. You remember in the previous video I made about Max Payne 2, I said they changed the painkiller system in Max Payne 3. So now let us talk about the painkillers in this one as it relates to combat. In Max Payne 2, you need to take about 3 to 4 painkillers before you get full health bar. But in Max Payne 3, you need about 1 or 2 depending on the damage you have taken. And another thing with the painkillers is that the more you die in Max Payne 3, if you keep dying and dying and dying, the game will start increasing your number of painkillers. So if you died when you had like 6 painkillers and the enemies keep clapping your cheeks, your painkillers will eventually increase to 8 and it increased to 9. I'm not saying I die a lot, I just tested it in the game, so don't judge me. But when it comes to finding painkillers in the game, there are painkillers hidden in different parts of the game. Some of them are obvious for you to see, while some of them are hidden. But it's not really hard to find painkillers, so you're not stuck in a situation where you are looking for painkillers and the enemies are whooping your ass, but you don't have enough painkillers to heal yourself. But I think if you bump the difficulty up, you might not find painkillers as easy. I played the game on normal difficulty, not easy. So the combat was kind of balanced. It was not so hard, it was not so easy. It was just balanced. And I noticed that if I play the game on easy, it becomes too easy and boring. So I think normal is the sweet spot for me. I'm going to try playing the game on hard, and I'm going to come back and I'll maybe make another video talking about my experience on hard mode. But I think for those of you that want to play the game on normal, don't worry. Normal is a perfect difficulty for you. The game is not going to whoop your ass too much. This is not Dark Souls level difficulty. So you're going to have fun playing the game. So let us talk about bullet time. In Max Payne 2, when you're on bullet time and you reload, he will spin and dodge the enemy bullet. But in Max Payne 3, they removed that spinning feature. While you're in bullet time, the bullet becomes so slow and you can see the bullet. So you have the opportunity to dodge the bullet yourself manually. You don't have to do spin and dodge. You just have to sidestep or roll or spin or do whatever stunt you feel like doing. Well, I think it's kind of a good compensation if you ask me. Well, the bullet time is still a good feature in Max Payne 3. Max Payne's monologues are still in Max Payne 3. Same old monologues. Still not annoying to me. I'm still not annoyed by Max Payne's monologue and I still enjoy listening to them. I know there are people out there that find his monologues annoying, but to me, I find them interesting. I love listening to the way he describes some situations or the way he talks to himself. Cool to listen to. If you watch the cutscenes of Max Payne 3, it looks glitchy and dirty and shaky and weird. At first, when I played the game and the way the cutscenes were looking all glitchy, it was kind of annoying and it was fuzzy and it was messing with my eyes, but eventually I just got used to it and I stopped noticing the glitchiness. I just got used to it. I went online and I found that there were other people that were not so much impressed with the way the glitchy cutscenes were, and some people still find it annoying today. Well, I'm just putting it out there for those that want to play the game. The cutscenes might be annoying to your eyes, but for me, I've gotten used to it, so I don't really notice the glitchy, weird cutscenes. Might be uncomfortable for some people, but I'm just saying it so that you know what you're getting yourself into. I don't really mind because I'm used to it already. Some people might not get used to it, some people might get used to it, but that's just how the cutscene is in this game. And talking about cutscenes, Max Payne has far longer cutscenes than Max Payne 2. I think they were focusing more on cinematic experience. If you are the kind of person that likes to jump straight into the action and you don't like cutscenes, the cutscene might bore you, although there are parts of the cutscene that you can skip. You know, the game will not punish you with cutscenes that you have to watch and watch and watch. If you play the game 10 times, you have to watch that long cutscene 10 times. But there are parts of the cutscene that you can skip. But if you are the kind of person that likes to follow the game and watch the game and the whole story, you have a lot of cutscenes to watch. There are gamers out there that skip cutscenes anyway, so many of them might not even be bothered. Once they see skip button, they press skip. So cutscenes don't even really matter to them. So all those glitchy cutscenes that I was talking about, they might not even see it. All those cutscenes, they might not see it. And still on the issue of cutscenes, no more noir graphic novel comic book style cutscene. Like I said, this is more of a cinematic experience, especially how the cutscenes switches into the gameplay sometimes. It just flows like water. It's very smooth, which I think a lot of people are going to enjoy the way the game just flows with the cutscene. So, is Max Payne 3 an RPG game? No, this game is not an RPG. You don't need to upgrade your character, you don't do character selections, there are no character customizations, no character upgrades, no weapons or armor upgrades. The game follows the main character, which is Max Payne, and you play as Max Payne just as he is. You don't change armor, you don't change costumes, you don't change all those stuff. You just play the game like that. No RPG. This is not Cyberpunk. This is not The Witcher where you change your armor. You know, armor with stats that give you better protection and better defense and health and all that. Nope. You just play the game as it is. So the game not being an RPG means no side quests, no exploring the map. It's just linear, it's not open world. Straight to the point action, shooting, and shooting. No side quests. There are sometimes I love playing RPG with side quests and open world stuff. But there are sometimes I just want the game to be linear. Just take me straight to the point. I don't have time to explore. I just want to go around and kill bad guys. Max Payne gave me exactly that. And then I want to talk about replayability. Can you replay the game over and over and over again? Yes, but not as New Game Plus. All you have to do is just go to the missions, select missions that you've played before, and you just replay the missions. That's all. You don't need to do any New Game Plus and all that. Just go select missions and replay missions. And the game UI, the game UI, that is the game user interface, just basic, nothing extraordinary or mind-blowing. It's just minimalistic, just minimalistic in design. Good collection of settings and graphics options and stuff like that. So I think this game overall is a good game. I would like to see how this game will be if they remaster this game for modern consoles like PS5 and Xbox Series X. I know we are in the era of reboots, remakes, remaster, and people are already getting tired of reboots, remakes, and remasters. But I wonder how Max Payne 3 will be like if they remaster the game or if they remake the game. I wonder how clean and fine and beautiful the graphics will be like running on PS5 or even modern day PC. Man, that would be crazy to see. Let me just talk about a few more things I like about Max Payne 3. Number one, that airport fight towards the end of the game, when that song starts playing and you shoot your way through the airport, you kill those police officers and then you climb those stairs. Man, that part is just very satisfying. The way the game builds up to that point, and then when you start riding that train, that place is just very satisfying. Number two, it was very satisfying to kill Becca at the end of the game, and it was also very satisfying to take down the plane that politician was in. But man, it was so goddamn satisfying to kill Becca. When you play the game, you understand what I'm saying. Number three, the boat fight. When Passos was riding the boat and I was using Max Payne to shoot other boats, that part was very satisfying. I love that part. And I kind of like Passos though, even though he left later on in the game. But anyway, and then number four, the police station fight was insane. That part had a lot of crazy action in it. And number five, the slow motion cutscenes where you have to shoot. There's a part where you hold one chain and you're going up and you're shooting, and then in the police station where you are sliding on that stuff and you're shooting. Like all those slow motion cutscenes where you have to shoot is insane. Whoever thought of that thing is a genius. I love that about Max Payne 3. You see, when I said the game is full of action, I was not joking. Something I don't like about Max Payne 3 is Marcelo. I don't know, for some weird reason I just don't like that guy. It's annoying, the way he dances, the way he talks, the way he is. I just don't like Marcelo. When some people came to my house and they saw me playing the game and they saw Marcelo, all of them just did not like Marcelo. The guy is just very annoying. I don't know why, I just don't like Marcelo. But I like Giovanna. And thank God she did not die. Thank God I was able to save Giovanna. But I hate Marcelo. Something else I would like to add is the issue of playing this game with graphics card. You really don't need graphics card to play this game. Your integrated graphics card will work just fine as long as you have a reasonably spec'd computer. If you have Intel Core i3, Core i5, Core i7 or a good AMD Ryzen CPU, you don't need a graphics card. Even with integrated graphics, you can bump the setting up to maximum and you'll be just fine. You can even play this game on maximum settings with 1080p, but I don't know about 4K. I don't use 4K monitors, I only use 1080p monitors. So I test my games using just 1080p screens. So, do I think Max Payne 3 is a good game to play in 2022? Of course, this game is still an amazing game. And if I were to rate this game in 2022, what will I rate this game? I would give this game a solid 8 over 10. Yeah, it is not 9 over 10 like IGN and GameSpot, but the game is old, so I'm going to deduct some points. But a solid 8 over 10 is not bad. The game is good. Very impressive game for 2022. So I strongly recommend this game. If you have not played this game, check it out on Steam. I got this game on Steam at a very good price. So if you wait for Steam to have some sales, maybe during holiday seasons, you can snatch this game for a very good price. Well, that's all I have for this video. I also have a movie channel, Sci-Fi Infinite, where I talk about movies. I discuss old movies just like I discuss old games in this channel. So go over there, subscribe to that channel, subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.